Hey guys, still not feeling well, but I'm getting there. Alright, I just wanted to hop on here and touch on the Gcinile and Maan S tape. That guy is such a bitch baby. Like, in all honesty, he's a bitch baby. He's not a man. He is not a man. He's a boy. A very, very small little boy. You know? To be so mad at your ex because now they are moving on, but when you were moving on and you were posting all these other girls, it was all good and dandy. You wanted people to rejoice for you and be happy for you. But now when she does it, it's a problem. Some men, some boys, creatures, I don't know what to call him actually, apart from a bitch baby, are just so unfair in that way. They are so dangerous in that way. Because what the hell is wrong with you? Personally, I didn't see the S tape, and I'm not going to go out there and search for it. However, I did see the comments that people were leaving. Some ladies were making fun of Gcinile, the pictures of her hoo-ha being as big as holes in trees. Not funny. Not funny at all. And for some woman to actually come for her, I think it's so ridiculous. And then you find the woman, the ones that were coming for her are now changing their tune when they can actually see, this is actually really bad. Imagine if it was you in that situation and your S tape was leaked. Granted, I've told you guys this before. I think even with Cyan Bougie's one and somebody else, I said it's not a good idea to have an S tape or, really inappropriate anything on anyone's phone, because you never know how your ex-lover is going to want to use that shit against you. And if you are going to have it, rather have it on your phone as the girl. Because I do understand that some of you get into those situations where you feel like you're so in love and this is such a great thing. It's a night of passion, we're drunk or whatever. And then you kind of just do it. And it's all sexy and, ooh, you're feeling like a badass. Look at this, I'm not going to point fingers at her or anyone else whose sex tape was leaked. It is what it is. The problem is with the person that actually leaks the sex tape, because 9 times out of 10 it's the guy and his face is not showing. So he's fine. And if he has a big D, then he's probably gonna post a section of his D just to flex, as if we care. Because men like man, they look like they smell like spit. I've been telling you guys about those guys. Man, he looks like he smells like spit combined with alcohol, maybe some cigarettes and bad breath. He looks like that. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that that's the case. He just looks like one of those guys. I was sex my nyobi nyobi. Gives those creepy uncle vibes. And he is a creepy uncle. Bitch baby. It's so sad because he's the one that leaked it. We all know this because he was threatening to leak the sex tape. It's sad because that's your baby mama. That's your child's mother. One day, some other dude can do the same fucking thing to you, to your daughter. How are you gonna feel?
Tata. 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 No, no. Tata. No, no. Tata.
You're gonna wanna go punch that dude in the face, or you're gonna congratulate him and say, yeah, I did it to our mother too. You did well, my boy. Well done. It's nice when you're fucking around with other people's daughters. And until it happens to your daughter. And there's a possibility that it can. Because what comes around goes around. Maan is such a cheap nothing, in my opinion. I don't know the guy, and I just know that from the rumors, excuse me guys, I still have the flu. From the rumors that have circulated about him scamming people, all know that he's an uncouth person. No tact.
Cabanga ukuthi uskema umntana abantu hlela akekho yi-one lo muntu amskem, like uskema abantu abaningi udla imali zabanye abantwana uloku busy athi uyenza i-forex. Angazi nix ngendaba zama-forex guys, ngithules angazi nix, like ngibuze nge-makeup, ngibuze nge-shio, ungibuze nge-kopheng nje ukuxoxela ukuthi kuyenzakalani. Indaba zama-forex angizazi guys. Yo.
He likes to flex and post all these glamorous things, but usually men of a high caliber and esteem are gentlemen. That is not gentlemanly. You're just a thirsty bitch baby who comes into money now and then from scamming people to post this fake life. Now you're asking the poor girl for the things that you bought her back. If I was Gcinile, some people are saying, expose him, girl. Take out all the files of his scamming stuff. I wouldn't do that. Contact the authorities to see how you can sort this out. He made the threat of leaking the tapes, then, it happened. I'm sure you can find out what server that was coming from and so on. But to go the route of exposing his shady dealings, he's never going to get out of your life. Those material things that he bought you, he wants them so bad, give it back to him. Give it back to him so you can get him out of your life and have some peace of mind. He's done. He's played his worst card. He's released the S tape. And nobody actually, what did he think was going to happen? That everybody was going to say, yeah, you got her, boy. Ooh, let's celebrate. Look at you. You're so badass, you bitch baby. No, nobody's thinking that. We're all thinking you're a bitch baby. You're a puss. Our opinion. It is our opinion. We're a collective on this one. Sorry, you guys. My thing is not sitting straight, right? What he did was just so wrong. And I hope that there's going to be punishment for him in this whole situation. Gcinile, girl, don't take any revenge. Don't try to expose him for all the shit that he's done. Let God handle this. Give the revenge to God. God will sort him out. Because this is really not nice. And he's saying that it's part 1 out of 35. Which means there's 34 more to go. And then he threatens and he says that every year he'll release something else. The only way to deal with a narcissistic puss like this guy, don't react. Give him back all the things that he wants so he can just fucking get out of your life. Get full custody of your child because he seems very dangerous. He seems like the kind of guy, like he's obsessed. He could escalate a situation and like off the girl. Because now she's moving on and he's pissed. Because he's still trapped in that darkness that he's always been in. He's still a scammer. He's still changing girls. He's still doing the same shit he was doing 2 years ago. And she's now evolving and changing and growing. She's working. She's going to school. Her business is things are working out for her without him. Without his fake little bitch boy flashy life. Fake. So he's mad. How dare you thrive and survive without him and his fake stuff? Even if it's real brands, it's still fake. Because look, he's asking for them back. What does he want to do? Go sell them? Apparently he wants to give it to random girls on the internet. Let him do it then. And then what is he going to do? Post that, ooh, this is Gcinile's panty? Ew. Yay for you. He's played his worst card. He's really... Because what's the worst he can do now? Apart from offering her. Which... in his crazy mind, he could do that. Because how dare you not be with me or not react to my crazy antics? Then give him his stuff. Give him all his Gucci, his this, his that. Give it to him. Even the stuff that he bought for the baby, give it all to him. So that he can sit in his little dark cave, in his little hole, and just, I don't know, what is he going to do? Throw the stuff up like confetti. Play around with it. Maybe put it on himself because he's a bitch baby. I don't know. Maybe he wants to wear it, not sell it. Who knows? Because he's a puss, in my opinion. I don't feel bad about calling him all these names because of what he did. Like I said, I didn't watch the tape, but I saw the comments, and I can only imagine how bad it looked. Because, let's face it, as much as people think they look so hot when they doing itlipi, you don't. You look kind of crazy. You know what I mean? It's clippy at the end of the day. It's something that is private. It's supposed to be private. Young ladies, boys and girls, I keep telling you, don't fall for these traps. You can see how it's turning out for these other people. If a man loves you, yeah, and you guys are being intimate, I promise you this, he's not going to want to record that intimacy. He's going to want to enjoy the moment with you, have the memories in his head, and then in hopes that you guys will be together forever or whatever it is, so that he can enjoy the moment again, not so he can watch it and jerk off when you're not around. That's weird. Don't ever think a man loves you because, oh, this is so hot, let's take this S tape. No, it's a recipe for disaster. And then in the back of my mind, I was also thinking, what if it was AI generated? You know how people can manipulate these kind of things. And Hotman, the bitch baby, he seems like the kind of guy that would do that. These apps are free, right? But it just, yeah, I don't expect her to respond or say anything. Apparently, she has deactivated her social medias. Nah, that's where she makes her money. Now she has to deactivate them until this whole thing blows off. Because some of you are giving her hell in a thing, in the comments, in her DMs, I'm sure. Or maybe some of the weird freaky dicky men out there are requesting clippy from her. You see how this thinking, it's so bad. What a weak person you are to fight a woman in this way. You know, that's why there are laws against people walking around naked or doing clippy. That's why corn is such a secret. Because being naked and exposed, and your private parts being exposed to people, it's so dehumanizing. That guy is evil. I don't like that guy. I don't like people like that. Hey, that nigga's a pussy. Yazwa. Awi umgodoyi. Umgodoyi. Oh, I would be embarrassed just to be acquainted to him or to know him, be his sibling, his family, anything. Mara, I'm sure now but they're tired at this point because of all the scams and all the stuff that they've heard about him. It's like, oh, not this one again. Not this bitch baby again. Look at him go. Smelling like spit. Sex manyobi. That guy is not right, hey? He's off. His whole vibe is off. And I do understand, excuse me, I do understand people saying that Gcinile was mean to people on her lives, whatever. We've all been mean to someone at some point in our lives. And the things that she said back then were really not that bad for anyone to still be mad. She was in a really toxic situation, and maybe she thought it was funny or she was drunk at the time. We can move on. We can forgive and forget. But what we cannot do is forget this boost for what he's done. It is absolutely wrong. This corn revenge stuff is so bad. As you strip a person of their dignity when you do this kind of thing. Don't you get it? But because you are not dignified, a dark hellboy dog thingy, you wouldn't care. You have no remorse. You just don't care. You don't even care about your daughter because that's her mother. If anything else, protect her in that regard, but you don't care because you weaponize the social media. And I bet you he's still scamming people with an alias, because who's still gonna trust that guy with their money? Who still trusts those Forex people? People must just learn how to trade themselves at this point, you know, because those people are not trustworthy. Yeah. In the theme of toxic relationships, like the video I just posted before this one, go check it out. It's the same thing. You normalize these things so much, the toxicity, that then people play them out and think it's okay to do this to people. It is not. I can only imagine. Maybe she's just thinking, I'm going to have to be a big girl and face the world at some point. But damn, I would be huddled up in my bed crying, because now everybody knows that you're very, like your insides look like. Oh, that guy is so vile. That's why he's khohlela. Sis. That was really low, man. And I'm sure he has no remorse. You know what I imagine when I think about that guy after doing this thing? I imagine him sitting in like a dirty motel, wearing a branded robe, a really expensive robe, but he's in a really cheap motel. It stinks in there. The curtains are closed, the doors closed. It's full of smoke. It's dark. There's what's this, Saga residue on the thing, and he's still hitting a couple of lines there. He's drinking whiskey and he's just pacing around on the internet, so mad, and he's jerking off and he's getting hookers, and you know that kind of scene in the movies. That's what I see when I think about that guy. He gets those vibes. And he's got bags under his eyes, and he's just thinking and plotting, what's my next move? How am I gonna get her? And then he doesn't sleep. Then he's gonna escalate, and then he's gonna go and try and do something to her. Those are some of the vibes I get from that guy. Yep. Can you guys see it in your head as well? You agree with me, ne? I know you do. He's giving that. He's giving all of that and more. Yeah, we all praying for you, girl. If anything, we are praying for your safety. Because crazy people like this, if he feels like this situation is not bad enough, that guy could even try to hurt your child just to get to you. When he can see that you are a single mom trying your best, you're not just working for yourself, you're working for your daughter. And he knows how much you love your daughter. So if anything, we're going to pray for you. For your safety, you and your daughter, because you see that the scenario I just gave you of what he looks like to me, or what he's doing, pacing around in his crazy mind, bitch baby mind state. He's giving those vibes, and I feel like that's exactly what he's doing. So yeah, we're not mad at Gcinile. These things do fucking happen. Ladies, please don't even start with the sex tapes, and don't get drunk to that point, guys. You need to know your limits, or else if you feel like you can't drink and be responsible, drink at home, maybe not around boys, because sometimes things just happen. I don't know, I really don't know. Rather go drink around a bear. You know, you're not gonna try and do funny things with the bear. Just don't lose yourselves like this, because it's very dangerous. Not only to your reputation, but just your emotional well-being after something like this. Because now, one mistake that Gcinile does, people out there are going to use, yeah, we know your vagina, yeah, this, yeah, that. Because now you've stripped her dignity away from her. You literally have. Even if she can come out and say, I'm fine, I'm okay. Because she has to move on. That's life. You can't stay stuck in one place in life. You just have to keep going. But what that guy did is absolutely wrong. And what comes around goes around. It really does. And it's about film for you. But nobody's going to care. We won't even talk about it. We'll just turn our heads and look the other way like nothing happened, because he's nothing. He's nothing. He just proved himself. I know for a fact, even after Gcinile got the tattoo covered, she's never going back to that motherfucker. Like, she is never going back to that motherfucker. There's no way. There's no way on earth anyone would ever. But now, her aim and her game needs to be protection for her and her daughter. And give him back his fucking things and let him go roll around in them in his cheap motel. With hookers or whatever he does. I'm not saying that it's definitive that my scenario is what it is, but you can just imagine, right? Anyway, we don't like you in a Groot, man. You're not even a Groot, man. That's why he gave himself that name. I'm sure he gave himself that name. It's little bitch baby boys that give themselves big men names like Groot, man. He's a bitch. Oh my gosh. He's really a bitch baby. Wow, eh? Pathetic. A pathetic little worm. Yeah, that's what he is. A pathetic, pathetic worm. He shouldn't even be a thought. Right? Anyway, if you guys haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And baby, I'll see you guys in the next one. Please pray for me. I'm still coughing and sick. It's been over a week now. What is this? Let's say 7 days plus 2. 9 days now. It's not lacquer here. Take care of yourselves and take your immune boost water. Drink your garlic, your cayenne pepper, your lemon, your honey, everything just to prevent flu. It comes and it goes, but it's just not nice. It makes you feel like, you know. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.